Let's have some beer. What be going down, people of the world? Thank you so much for joining me for yet another Daily Drink vlog. My name is Redbeard, and for the beer of the today, we have got a can of Mad Dog American Pale Ale by the Old Dog Brewing Company out of Bobcaygeon, Ontario, coming in at 5.8% ABV. This is another beer, like a few I've had recently, that were procured at the Halliburton Craft Brewers Festival this past Saturday. It might be like 2 Saturdays ago, depending on when this vlog comes out, if it's the same thing yesterday. Yeah, I just noticed, I'm pretty sure the date on this, it says, all I can read is EB07 2018. I'm assuming that's February 7th? So I don't really have the highest of pale ale hopes for this. It was given to me by the gentleman that was running the Old Dog Brewing booth at the festival. And I'm actually kind of surprised that he would have beer this old. It was for like trades and stuff, so I traded him some of the beer I had, and he gave me some of this beer. And I don't know, but let's crack her open. I've been surprised in the past. Maybe I'll be surprised again. See what we got. No, it just doesn't seem February. It's not fresh. We're gonna get a snow globe or something like that going on, but we'll get a picture. Doesn't look terrible. I'm not seeing any kind of crazy cloudy sediment type stuff going on. It smells pretty malty though. Like an English pale ale. Sure, it should smell kind of like this, but an American pale ale? No, and actually this very drinkable pale ale made with American hops and a small amount of caramel malts to balance them out, making this a nicely rounded, highly enjoyable beer. I don't know. What's timing? Best timing ever. Tiny break. Sorry about that. The boss man was calling. My apartment has been having a weird issue where if I flush, you know what? Why not? I'll show you. It's gonna take a second anyway. It's fucking taking so long. Give me a second. I'm pretty sure that was picked up by the microphone. Yeah, there's a knocking pipe downstairs. And my boss has a couple different ideas he wants me to try to fix it. So let's give this a shot. It's not bad. It's actually still tasty. But it's definitely more along the lines of an English pale ale at this point. There's still like a hoppy bitterness there, but there's no hoppy flavor. If that makes sense. Bitterness is kind of the flavor, but there's no real flavor. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Understand? Words and stuff and things? I want to say at the festival they were pouring everything out of kegs. So these would have just been something they grabbed. I'd like to think they wouldn't be selling beer this old at the brewery. Speaking of a random thing from a little bit back, the Petit Sous Sister Catherine beer that I had that was from like a while back. Marcel showed me his beer collection in his fridge, and he has one of those beers from like not even a month ago. So I was like, what the hell? They've got like a bunch of old ones and new ones, and he's like, no, I guess you got the only one that I didn't buy at the brewery. So that's the reason that was not fresh at all. That one's still okay, just like this is still okay. Let's do this. A cheers, everybody. And just like beer from the other day, the Red Thread one, cheers to the unnamed gentleman at Old Dog Brewing who hooked me up with his beer. I'm gonna go ahead and basically guarantee myself this doesn't taste the way it should taste. But As far as a pale ale, that's February, March, April, May, June, July, almost half a year old, that's totally acceptable. OldDogBrewing.ca will bring you to OldDogBrewing.ca, your new best friend. The guy that was doing the festival in Halliburton for this company, he brought so many shirts. He could have opened like a small Walmart or something. Just so many shirts, and he sold so many shirts. They had good sayings in a bunch, like in dog beers I've only had one, and a kind of a bunch of other things along that line. It was pretty good, and they're nice people, very nice people. It's not bad at all. Make this old dog your new best friend. Handcrafted, small batch, unpasteurized. Brewed in the Kawartha Lakes. Water, malted barley, hops, and yeast. In the Kawartha Lakes. Do they have like an underwater brewery lair? Are you guys like the super villains of the brewery world? That'd be kind of cool. You're like, get out to this boat floating in the middle of the water with like a dummy inside of it, fishing or something like that. You gotta hop in and like push a button and the dummy opens up and you go down a tunnel into the brewery. That'd be cool. I don't know. My brain goes to weird places sometimes. Why not? Good times. Look at the ratings in here. Why not? Not a lot. Again, like a few of the breweries that I met at the Halliburton Beer Festival, like I've said a couple times now, I'd never heard of. Town Brewing, Red Thread Brewing, these guys, and I think at least one other one that I can't think of that I don't think I got any beer from. All they had was like stuff on tap. But yeah, very new, it seems, the brewery. Like added on February 1st of this year is when they seem to have opened. So yeah, not when they opened necessarily, but when they started making this beer. And I feel like this beer might be one of the beers they started with. Mad Dog, Old Dog, American Pale Ale, pretty decent style to have as one of your original flagship beers. 67 ratings overall, 3.64 out of 5. Beer Advocate has nothing. Rate Beer has it listed, but nobody has rated it yet. I'm not even sure why that's a thing that happens. It's weird to me. I feel like there's like a random hair in my beard trying to run away. Get back in there. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. It's okay. Yeah, everything's fine. I'm gonna sit down and enjoy some of this. I have no idea how long that phone call with my boss was. The frickin' random part in the middle of my frickin' beard. I hate it. It's the bane of my beard existence. I'm not sure how I was gonna beer existence. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, not sure how long the whole phone call with my boss took, so I don't know exactly how long it's been, but regardless, I'm taking a break. Not bad at all, but once again, I feel like it's not the way it's supposed to be. The American part of the pale ale has gone back to America or something like that. Canada is in North America, but you know, America, the States, down south, from where I am. Perfect timing. Perfect. Let's do that again. God damn it. Pretty goddamn acceptable beer right here. Again, really not like an American Pale Ale at this point because it's kind of gone a little longer than it should have before being drank. But it's not bad. There's no crazy sediment going on, so it's not, you know, at that point of malt mess, but it's just a lot more like an English pale ale than an American pale ale, in my most opinion. Yeah. Not bad at all. Still quite drinkable. I want to try it fresh now. That's how I feel about it. And any beer that I have that's gone past its point of like, this is what it should taste like, and now it's like, this is what it does taste like. I want to try those beers at that, this is what it should taste like point. I've had some super delicious, juicy, amazing pale ales, India pale ales. And then you get them to that point and the juiciness is just gone. Like, say a small prayer for the juiciness, for it has died. Drink number last. Old Dog Brewing Company. This particular can of your Mad Dog American Pale Ale rating, somewhere in the 7 range. Again, it's not bad, but for what it says it is and what it tastes like, it's a little old. So, you know, if you can get it fresh, I recommend getting some and trying it fresh. It's probably pretty damn tasty fresh because it's still not terrible this old kind of thing. And if you do have some, let me know in the comments, and we can kind of go from there. That's going to do it for today's Daily Drink vlog. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you liked it, then smash that thumbs up button in its face. Want to see more? Subscribe and hit the bell so you know when new videos are released. And I will be back with another Daily Drink vlog tomorrow. Peace out. Randomly checking the date on the other can. I didn't notice. Does it say that one on this one too? No, this one doesn't say that. This one is great. This one says Hawkaged, like P-A-W, Hawkaged, on the 13th of June. So this, their summer ale, is barely a month old. Way more acceptable. Coming in at 5.8% ABV. This was given to me, along with a few beers I've had recently, by not the same beer. Nope, that's being changed because I ruined it.